Yes, it's because I forgot to switch on my microphone. English prophet, and what about now? What about now? It should be okay now. Yes, yes, yes. So, actually, I was chatting with my friend also, Matt. Matt, tell me, are you a humanoid? Because you never sleep. When do you, when do you sleep? Uh, do you have your own type of schedule? Very unusual one, or what? And before I was talking with my cat because he was sitting there near the picture that I love, and he was sitting there looking at it and just meow, meow. You know, sometimes the cats do such strange things. So, guys, I'm going to chat with you in a few minutes, but now I wanted to discuss at least to start with that video with a very important and serious conversation for me. 1 second. I want to take one thing. Wait for me for a second. There is, I don't know how to say. I don't know how is it in English. This one. Head band? No, head something. Today I wanna wear those things.
Morning, guys.
So guys, you know what? I wanted to discuss with you one important thing. You know that today is Tuesday, it's like 12th of August, if I'm not mistaken. And in 3 days, we have Donald Trump and Vladimir Putin. They have their meeting on the territory of Alaska. 15th of August, yes. And as far as I understood, Mr. Zelensky won't even be there. But their two big guys are going to discuss Ukraine and are going to discuss the destiny of Ukraine. So I have this question. How are they going to discuss the situation with Ukraine without Mr. Zelensky, without the presence of Mr. Zelensky? Then I have the second question, but I already checked it up. As far as I know, Mr. Putin, he is now wanted by international court. And actually, if he leaves Russia, if he goes on international territories where this agreement works, the agreement, I forgot how it is called, but I'm going to say to you now how it sounds officially. In March 2023, the International Criminal Court, it's called ICC, issued an arrest warrant for Vladimir Putin over alleged war crimes. However, the United States is not a member of the ICC and does not recognize its jurisdiction. This means that even if Putin sets foot on US soil, including Alaska, American authorities are not obliged to arrest him. So guys, I'm shocked. I'm shocked that we have a guy who has an international warrant, but other big guys just meet him on their territories and nobody cares. And I live in Spain. I see a lot of people whose lives were influenced by Putin's politics and still, like, nobody cares. You know, like, reasonably, I have a lot of questions about it. People ask me, do you believe in some changes after that meeting? And what can I say that, no, I don't believe. But if I think if I start to talk about this and if I take all facts, if I combine them into my head and I make conclusions, and according to my own observation of the situation, I'm sure that nothing will happen, that is just a chance for them to continue everything that they do now on an international on an international political theater. I would call it like this. But my inner child still believes that something good should happen and that they are going to decide something. But still, I don't like that even if they come to good decisions, how can they do it without Zelensky being there? Okay, some people say that Zelensky is not the best guy to discuss with, but still he is a president. He's an elected, legitimate, le- le- legal, how to say, legit. Okay, he's an elected president, and you can't discuss, even when you have friendship, you can't discuss Masha if Masha is not with you. How can two countries discuss a destiny of the third country without having its president near them? So, guys, this meeting is very mysterious for me. Plus, to it, all of you know that Alaska before was a Russian territory, and in 1867 it was bought by Americans, and as I heard, they paid the sum was around $5 million or something like that. But if to try to make an equivalent, that today it would be $150 million. So Russian Empire sold this land to Americans for such a cheap price. And now, so it means that Russians lost their territory, and now they go back to those territories, and they are going to sign some agreements or have some discussions with Mr. Trump. And yes, guys, I'm very, very interested what will be, and I'm going to, of course, to follow those news, and I'm going to be online. So I'm reading your messages. I see that there are a lot of people. Amat, I am a musician, so many schedule is all messed up. Yeah, because your music come to you at night. I understand you so much. Normally, I'm also an art person, and at night I have a lot of like I when people sleep, I feel a lot of energy coming into my head, and I think that I feel better my muse like this. But I have children, not unfortunately, of course, fortunately I have children, and I have to follow a schedule. So I'm jealous, Matt, in some in some ways, that you are a free person. But still, of course, I'm happy that I have my kids. Meow. What does he do? Look, my head is behind. What does he do? Hey, Sly, what is this? My dear. Okay, he tries to eat my artificial flower bouquet. It's called headband. Headband. Thank you so much, English prophet. Headband. I wanted to wear it today. Hey, mommy. Hello, cosmic drifter. I'm not your mommy, but you can call me mommy if you want. Hello from Australia. Australia, hi, how is it going? Alexandra, are you on OnlyFans? Fans? No, Alexandra, no, I'm here. I have here my live stream, and I have different type of personality. I prefer to earn money with my throat, with my mouth, and not with my body, and with what come out from my mouth. For me, the most important is so you have to use to is that there are some women who look like how to say, characters, profile owners, but no, I'm not at all. So let's continue. Hey, about Putin speaking Russian only. What do you mean about Putin speaking Russian only? No, I discussed it in English because I'm very interested to ask about it my international community, because I don't think Russians, they have no right to talk and to discuss, and we are here today to discuss, and I think I want to ask about your opinion. What do you think, guys? What do you think? How do you treat it? Because I told you that I live in Spain, and I meet a lot of people from Ukraine who were able to leave this country because of the situation, and they told me they horrifying things. I know now one family from Kharkov, for example, and they even now they have bombs coming nearby. And for example, they wanted to sell their apartment, but now they can do it because of because of bombs or drones. I don't know. I don't know what was it technically, but all windows in the whole building was broken, and now they have no windows. windows and they're not there, and they can change it, and they can sell their apartment. Or for example, my husband's family, they live on, it's called southwest, southeast. They live on southeast, so it's almost a border of a war theater, and they are living under bombs for several years. And also this war, for example, brings in comfort into my life as well, because I like to talk, I like to express what I think, because I am involved into this war, as my relatives live there, and my husband is Ukrainian, and he had to leave Ukraine in 2014 because he didn't want to take part into this war, into any war. So he was born in Donetsk region, and he didn't want it to be Russian, never, and he didn't vote on referendum, and he was able, because that time he was young, and he was able to leave Ukrainian territory because he didn't want to take part in this fight, in the war. And after that, actually, he can't go back home. He does. I can't tell that maybe he dream about it, but why, as a free person, why he can't this right? And now, as I'm his wife and I have Ukrainians, my children are Ukrainians, my husband is Ukrainian, and I want to talk like about this topic. I want to discuss it. I want to know more. I have questions. Yes, I have questions, and I have some problems, some triggers, and I can discuss them, because in Russia it's forbidden to discuss it. So now I can go to Russia. Russia is closed for me. I can't say that again. I wanted to leave Russia since my childhood, but I want to have this possibility to come back home, that when I want. For me, it's very important to come back home when I want, and no, okay, not home, to come to my native country when I want. I want to have this, want to have this right, yes, human rights, 2025, 21st century. And that's why this meeting on Alaska side, that on American side in Alaska, for me, like, it shows that, what it shows, that it's all like big political theater, and big politicians, they are actors, and people, they are nothing, just small pieces of nothing, that live here and that have no rights. Of course, I'm against of it, and I'm very disappointed, but still I have nothing but to believe in better times, and I have nothing but to believe in better decisions, even after those very strange meetings. Because for me, how can Trump go and meet international criminal? Oh yes, because the United States didn't sign this statute, and they are not in this international court. But why to make this international court if it doesn't make any sense? For what? Just to show us that we are protected? Is it a kind of big show? That are my questions, guys. I'm going to read your messages right now. What do you think about American in general? Uh, I discussed it with you yesterday, and I discussed it. I love Americans. Why? Because, first of all, I love Americans, but I have never been integrated into American society. So I can't be, I can't feel it deeply, what is American society. But for example, I was raised on American YouTube, and once I traveled to America 20 years ago, and I know that 20 years ago, those people were a lot mentally developed, and emotionally and mentally, their emotional intellect was a lot higher than in my country, for example. Because in my country, people are still thinking how to survive, what to eat. So I mean, I think, yes, that now situation is different, and now we talk a lot here with Americans, and they say that, for example, in big cities, the level of crimes is very high. But 20 years ago, it was just perfect for me to compare with what I have, with what I had in my country. And for example, people were open-minded. They were like they were more developed from the point of view of uh, how to call it again, mental intellect, you know. They took care about you. They had empathy. They asked what was going on with you. They wanted to be friends with you. They were generous. They were more generous. But in ex-Soviet Union countries, people still think how to survive. And also, when they have a huge difference between they don't have middle class. They have a huge difference between poor and rich. I know that now America has the same problems, but again, you compare to understand better a problem, you should compare it with other countries. For example, when like if now I live in Europe, and Europe also has its problems, of course, its social problems, political problems. But here I can say that it's better. And why I can say, why I can judge? Because I lived here and there. So I know two situations. And you can describe two situations in the same way. But the result will be absolutely different. The result for people will be absolutely different. So the same is with Americans. I love what they do. I love, for example, I love their like uh, like they position themselves. I like what they talk about. I like that they are more free to discuss some questions. I like that they create something. I like all American creators. Uh, but of course, they do a lot of mistakes. There is no ideal state, and there are no ideal people. First of all, then there are no ideal governments, and then I don't understand globally what's going on because I don't have all information. We discussed it also here yesterday. I don't have all information. I just they just show us what we have to see, but it's not all, I'm sure. So guys, I see that somebody donate me, and I'm very pleased for that, but I don't see who exactly was that. Yes, Twisted Alien is my friend. I love the song. Thank you so much. The song about Volga. Thank you so much. Guys, if you want to support my channel, you are welcome, because now I don't get money from monetization, and still, yes, I will be very satisfied because I need to develop this channel. I need to grow it bigger, because I think that this channel is very unique. Here you have like only fans woman who talks about politics. I do not pretend of being like a super politician with a great knowledge about everything, but still I think that I have this right to discuss. So this format is like when usual woman, a housewife is in some ways, but I also have a right to discuss because it's my situation, because it's my life, and I want to discuss. So I continue, I go down, I go up, and I continue to read your messages. Putin speaking Russian only. About Putin, yeah, that's, I don't understand. Spain or Russia? Yeah, of course, Spain. For me, is Spain to live. Because Russia has many problems, and I don't like now its mentality. A lot of people are influenced by Russian propaganda, and I don't want my children to be raised in such society. No, it's not for me. And plus to it, many people, they went on this war to earn money, and for me they sold their souls. And I want my kids to have different priorities. Of course, I want them to be strong. I want them to know how to earn money and so on, but I don't want them to sell their souls for 2,000 euro monthly, just to have this salary and to attack another country. No, guys, that is not for me. Slava ZSU, okay. Okay, it's politics. Yes, it's not Paul. It's not like Paul Stolz. It's not like politics as politics, just a little bit of politics, because I told you I'm not a huge specialist. I'm not Schulman or somebody else, or and I'm not Nevzorov. These are Russian these people know a lot about Russian politics because they are specialists. I'm not a kind of specialist, but I'm the user. I'm the one who uses it, and I'm the one who lives in it. And of course, I'm not like an influencer, but I am influenced by it, so that's my problem. And I don't want to be silent. And this morning I decided to start this morning talk with such a difficult conversation, because in 2 or 3 days we should have a significant event on in politics, on politician arena. And yes, I take care about it, and yes, it influences me a lot. And of course I think about it daily. I wake up thinking about it, and I go to bed thinking about it. And I want to discuss it. I want to be free to discuss it, at least with my simple words, with my simple expressions and my simple thoughts. Maybe for some of you, you will tell me, Selena, you are not you are not you don't have enough of knowledge to talk about it. But I have what I have. I have what I read. I have what I read daily. Still, it's in my head. Will you be making Black Widow too? If you invite me, dear Japan, if you invite me, of course, why not? I am not against of making a Black Widow too. By the way, only yesterday I found out that Black Widow is not like a bad comment from my haters. Because before I thought that some people come here and they call me Black Widow just because it's like a kind of to insult a woman, imagine. And I even started to explain them that, guys, I'm not a Black Widow because nobody from my exes died. They are all alive. Please believe me, they are all alive. Imagine. And only yesterday I was sitting here with my husband, and he told me, Ksenia, come on, Black Widow is Scarlett Johansson. And he played there, as I understood, a Russian spy whose name was Natasha. So now I understand why I remind you this Black Widow, but it was so funny situation. How do you live being in the new Jurassic Park? How did you live being in the new Jurassic Park? So she did also, yes, these movies, I understand. I'm Japan. Um, I didn't know about it, so now again new information. I have to watch all videos with Scarlett Johansson to be like to have this possibility to discuss with you all this topic, because now like I'm a bit not prepared. I even know better about politics than about Scarlett Johansson's movies. The only movie with Scarlett Johansson that I have ever seen is Vicky Cristina in Barcelona, and imagine now I live in Spain. So yeah, it was long ago when I watched it. Apolinario Neta, hi, hello. Guys, Apolinario Neta, Ravindrapal Singh, you are from India with your unusual name, I think. Steve Richard, we want peace. Hello from Oklahoma City. Thank you. United States, thank you so much for this support. And I swear, I know that I'm sure that you American people, you have, as I told you, you're open-minded and that you want peace. And I love it in you. And I think that, yeah, that's your mentality. For me, I have never heard of American people saying that, no, we need to fight, we need to conquer other territories. I have never heard this. Even when your politicians make such decisions, you are against, and I love it. I love it so much. Thank you very much, American people. Please subscribe to my channel. It's a great support from you, and I also, I don't know, I want to be friends with you because it's such a pleasure for me. That's why I like Americans. First of all, they never spread hate messages here. Then they come here, they are very kind people. I have never met an American who came here saying that, oh, you have ugly Russian accent and you look like I don't know who, like a whore. Because some Russian men, when they come here, they tell it to me, just because I have this appearance, look at me, just because I am as I am, they call me that. I look like this lady. Actually, I'm not against. Everyone has right to do what he wants to do, and if it's legal on your territory, you're welcome. And I'm not going to judge people. And first of all, I'm not going to call it a whore. A whore, it's a different. It's a bad word. But if even you are in a profession, you shouldn't be called like this, and you have right to do what you do. And if it's legal, it should be just legal. If it's legal, if you are aged enough and you do it in special places and you have all documents, and if, for example, you feel that it's your life business, I will be only happy for you to that you found yourself in this life. And everyone has his own way. And okay, I don't know why I started to talk about this. Probably this topic still triggers me. So yes, that's why I love Americans, guy, because they write such things. But not only Americans. By the way, all European people, for example, people from developed countries, they are all like this. They all understand the situation. They all understand me. They come here to discuss with me difficult, sometimes easy topics. Sometimes we laugh. Sometimes the topics are more difficult. Polly from Brazil. Hello, Brazil. How is it going there? Jason9. What do you think about America in general? America in general. Again, it's very difficult, but when 20 years ago I came there, I was shocked because for me it was like a different planet. Its infrastructure was so developed and was on such a high level to compare with what I saw before in Russia and even in Europe in some countries. So of course I was astonished, I was shocked, and for me it was like like when I saw a lot of people doing sport, when I saw a lot of people with empathy, they were care about politics, about everything. They were so open-minded. And again, I started to talk about people. And plus to it, for example, that time you had a lot of sports amenities in your cities, like you had places to do sport for free, like stadiums, basketball courts, special places for runners, for joggers. So I was so surprised that time that the government, that you see where your taxes went that time. But I heard that now the situation is changed and so on and so on. But as I haven't been there for ages, I can't say, for example, here situation is also different now. And in Russia, the situation is also different now. So to understand the general picture, I need to come to America and to compare. And one day I want to come to America, and I hope that this day will come as soon as possible. So like this, I will be able to understand. Oh, it seems to me that my husband went into this chat because I see some trolls who went away, but where are my questions? Oh, some of your questions disappeared. Unfortunately, please repeat them. That's why the international community has always thoughts of Russia in terms of Moscow and not St. Petersburg. No, they have they have thoughts of Russia in terms of Moscow and St. Petersburg. And you don't think about Saratov. You don't think about I don't know, about Irkutsk. You don't think about Novouralsk, where I was born. You don't think about regions. And believe me, people in regions, they have a very, very bad and poor situation. They live in true poverty. They survive. As far as I know, not so many people from Russia and from St. Petersburg went to war, for example. Because they have their salaries, they have their incomes, they have any chances in this life. But Russia is not only about St. Petersburg and Moscow. In Russia, officially, we have around 140 million people, and in Moscow and in St. Petersburg, 25 million not altogether, but I'm sure that 140 million, that this number is not true. That of course it was. It reduced because we had a lot of migrants, like in the beginning of 19th century, before and during the revolution like in the beginning, sorry, of 20th century, before and during the white and red revolution, and.
You want some coffee?
Oh, yes, please, dear. Can you make me coffee? And a lot of people escaped, a lot of clever people, a lot of people who disagree and who have their opinions. And by the way, a lot of clever people, a lot of people of art, they were arrested and they went to live in another countries. And of course, I understand them. So now I think that the population in Russia reduced, and I can't operate by using all statistics. But now all statistics is closed, so you can take all nowadays modern statistics. That's also, that is quite suspicious. Maybe something is not okay. Maybe something is going wrong. Huh? Why? Why? Where can I take all statistics? Nowhere, because it's closed. It's not for people. You just live and to be satisfied with what you have. You have nothing, but it's your problem. Go to war. You can earn money like this. Also, guys, sorry, it's my trigger today. I have chosen a problem that triggers me a lot. That's why. That's why I'm a little bit nervous, but I think that you understand me. Guys, I want to remind you that you can send me donations via Buy Me a Coffee. So if you want to make my morning happy, you can buy me a coffee and to drink it with me together. Right here, right now, because my husband is going to make me a coffee, and also you can support me via this chat. I still don't know how to use it, but I think that you can have some buttons there. Also, I want to remind you to like this video, because I think that I have an absolutely unique format here on YouTube, and I think that this format is very useful, not only for me as a live streamer that I want to grow, but for this planet, because this format shows just the usual Russian woman who speaks English, who can express yourself, who can share her experience, her thoughts about everything, what's going on. I think that we don't have enough of people like this, so you're welcome to follow my channel and to put thumbs up, to support this live stream, to make it go wider and wider. So I continue to read your messages. Barry, where were you? I don't know. I have too many messages. I know. Barry McCockiner. United States citizens are tired of always fixing everyone's problems, then get bad-mouthed. Yes, I understand. Oh, thank you for your donation. It's Twisted Alien, I see. She's the only one who supports me. Guys, help her to support me, please. Yes, I understand, but in every country is like that. Barry, for example, when I came here to Spain, but okay, I had higher education and everything, and my husband was experienced in his job. But when I came to the United States, not to the United States, to Europe, I never used some social payments, some just income for nothing. I have never been in such programs. When we were accepted, when we were given our permanent residences, we just started to play this game on our own. And, you know, I understand, for example, those taxpayers who earn, who pay, and then who have to pay to use their money not on their hospitals, not on infrastructure for their children, but for conflicts in other countries, you know? That is, of course, if I would have been, if I, no, if I was an American, I would have been very stressed because of it. And the same considers European people who live here and who pay taxes. And for example, I started my YouTube channel and and it was monetized not so long ago, only about 5 days ago. And I wait for my first income, and actually, the first thing that I'm going to do in the nearest days, I'm going to go and to register myself in autonomy, it's called, like a self-employed. I'm going to register, I'm going to pay taxes. I want to be legal. And so imagine if, for example, my husband, he has self-employed, I have self-employed. We pay taxes, and those taxes here are higher than in Russia or in any other countries. And of course, I want my taxes to be focused on my children and on me and on my prosperity, and not on some other people. Plus to it, Barry, you know that, for example, what can I say? That, for example, people in Russia, they are in a victim position. They are in victim situation, and they are not ready to start their not childish life. They are not ready to start their adult life. So it means that generally they have what they, or it's I don't want to use what they deserve. It's a very bad word. Let's use it, find a synonym. They have what they should have, because if you start talking with them, you know their position. Oh, but politics is not for us, it's for big guys, it's for big people. Oh yes, Putin is more than 20 years, he is our president, but what we can do nothing with it. Yes, now you can do anything, but you should, at least you should change your mindset. At least you should start with some discussions, okay, some secret discussions if you are not allowed to discuss it publicly. And so, you know, there is like, so those countries normally and usually they have such awful situations inside of them, also because of their own mindset, and not only because somebody came and wished them to live such bad lives, to live like poor people. Yeah.
I just want to make some small announcement for those for those trolls who send in more than one shitty messages. I can understand there is sometimes you have some feelings and you want to express it, but if you text some shit all the time, I just noticed that I read one shitty message, I ban that person, and then for another one is disappear. So guys, those who spray shit here are gonna be permanently banned forever. So just don't waste your time. If you don't like it, just go further. This is it.
Yeah, if you don't like what I'm saying, you are welcome to go away from this place. I don't hold you. Today we have here we have free society. American superpower USA. Yeah, I believe that it's a superpower, super powerful country, of course, or one of the most powerful country on earth. Not one of the most powerful, and you can say nothing. Barry McCockiner, I am American. Tell me where in America you live. Again, Perk Rus, speak Russian. I'm not going to speak Russian because it's an English-speaking channel. So today, not many weeks ago, several weeks ago, I started to run my channel in English. I risked to bury my channel, but I decided to take this risk, and I decided to go internationally because I don't feel like I'm on understood with the ex-Soviet Union society, and I don't understand that I can legally earn, and I have this instrument English, so I want to become like a live streamer, earning my money from YouTube, and I want to be legal. I want to be legally registered in Europe. It's my choice. It's choice for me and for my children. So don't discuss it here. Yes, of course I know Russian. I know French, for example. Now I speak a little bit Spanish, but my choice is to speak Russian here. So I continue.
Not Russian, speak English.
B2, I have so many messages. Americans dominate everything. I don't like this even, to discuss domination. I think that yes, it exists. If to tell the truth, yes, it exists. But I don't know this domination. It's a little bit not about 2025. It's not the 21st century. It's not about democracy. It's not about the whole world. No, I mean, yes, in America inside, yes. But to take this planet, I always look at on this planet in Earth scale. I always try to look bigger, not to look like in a small place where I was born, but I try to look from outside what's going on from above. And I think that nobody should dominate. Domination, it means it's like BDSM relations. Domination. So I think that it shouldn't exist in the 21st century. At least we should go from it. We shouldn't live in it. Although, of course, I tell you that if we compare now America with all other countries, of course, they are they are the most powerful. They have the most powerful state. But I know that now that you have your own problems and a lot of people suffer. I have even here some spectators wrote me like, oh, I'm a homeless, I live in my van, I'm waiting for my documents, I don't have medical insurance, I have problems living in America. And on YouTube, you can meet such people. And I know that you have also drug addiction problems, and you find also solutions for that. And also now you have a lot of people who have no money, so you have your own problems. You look Eastern European because I am very Eastern European. So guys, I don't read long messages in Russian because it's not a Russian channel. I don't know what this stream about, but you're doing great speaking English instead of oh, there was a message. Dear Artyom, give me 1 second because I can't read like this. It always jumps. We are very good people who have to put up with a lot of hatred online. Former President Duterte. You mean Americans? Do you mean Americans, former president? Of course you are good people. I don't know what about this stream, but you are doing great speaking English instead of your native. Keep going. Thank you. Thank you so much for your support. And follow my channel if you like. We will talk in future. Usually I try to choose the easy topics and just my chat actually was let's talk about everything. Let's talk about nothing. But yesterday evening I realized that I like this format because usually when we start our chat about and we talk about nothing, finally we finish with talking about all serious life problems. And today I decided to have this audacity, and for me as a Russian, and I still have Russian passport, for me it's a kind of being brave even to start speaking in English, It's braveness, and I'm sure, or the audacity, I'm sure that not so many Russians can do it if they are not protected somehow by Americans or by Europe. I have this international protection, but I don't know how it works. So I continue. I try not to miss your messages, but guys, there are a lot of messages. Thank you for loving America. Yes, I do. Sami boy, you know very little about America. Yes, I know very little about America, but because I have never lived there, I don't know its history. I mean, just just something, and I don't know the real situation right now. I have never been integrated into your society, but one day I would love to. You look beautiful. Don't let people to let you down, Bob. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your support. Sami, and the people in power are all hungry for power. Yeah, that's true. That's why I think that the world order should be changed. I think are that people in power should be those people who have not this traumatic desire to have this power, that should go from healthy desire to help people. That's the difference. And I hope that it will change at least one day, maybe not this century even. But I think that people who governs other people, they should be, how you call those people? They should be they shouldn't want just power or money. I think that for them love should be in priority, love on first place, love for other people, and not like infinite wallet. The conflict is much more complex than simply Russian occupation. I support Putin's peace talk. No. You should be a Russian troll. I don't like this discussion. The conflict can be much complex, and it's not a problem for me. But you shouldn't go and cross the territory of another country and to kill people. To kill people is no, 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 once and forever. And if in 21st century your government can't find any decision other than to go with weapons on other territory or state, it means that this government shouldn't be shouldn't rule in modern world. Yeah, shouldn't even exist. No, not Russia as a country should exist.
No, I'm saying
But
government.
this type of government of course shouldn't exist. We have even psychologically it was proved that to end this circle of violence, you should stop the violence and not to start the violence to protect yourself. It's like I use a condom to give a birth to a baby. No, you don't stop a conflict using weapons. Here you are.
So my wife just said everything I was also want to join to say as well. So war is not solution. It's obviously, and what you give, what you take, that you take. So if you give the war, you will get war back. So this is the thing. It's not solution. There is many examples. The same Vietnam, Afghanistan. I don't know, Second World War. So is that a solution? How much problem that solved? Nothing. Absolute crisis. Many human lives losses, billions, trillions of money losses, resources are disappeared. They're just gone. You cannot return all those souls, all those people, and then millions and millions people get some very like post-traumatic like a post-traumatic, what's the name, post-traumatic
Stress disorder.
Post-traumatic stress disorder. Millions and millions of people for like decades and decades of years of generations. Even our parents had it. Even we have, so we still have it. So you think the war is solution? It's stupid. I think. If you think like that, you're really stupid. I don't know.
So I continue. I don't live in Russia. Somebody asks me where in Russia I live. I don't live in Russia for many, many years. I left Russia in 2017. And before I used to live in St. Petersburg and in Moscow. Mega supporter. Thank you. Thank you, Barry. Where did you go in America? I was in Washington. I was in New York. And that's it. And in some small cities between Washington and New York. I don't remember where. It was very, very long ago. So again, I want to come back. I want to travel there. I want to see it. Culture shock. Why do you have dragon? Why do you have this culture shock or what you are talking about? So many deleted messages, so there were a lot of trolls. You think America doesn't want to go and conquer other lands or resources? What do you think the war in Iraq was for? Sami, you go to ban because it's a Russian troll. I think that such speeches are not for modern society, and I don't want people who I don't want people here who doubt if it's good or not good to conquer other territories. Who doubt? I don't want such people here. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. Criticizing capitalism, or I don't want to hear it. Criticizing capitalism, or that I don't want. Start criticizing capitalism, or I don't want to hear it. Okay, don't hear, because I'm saying what I want to say right here and right now. You can ask me questions, but you can't tell me just what to do because it's my live stream. Sami, I'm American, and we elected Trump as a way to tell you we all want to end wars, not continue them. That's an interesting point. But why doesn't he act in that case? Why he, like, it seems to me from abroad that he is breaking too much, that he prevent the his own no, that he breaks his own electoral promises. It seems to me, and that's why I also Trump is not actually my president, and but I still believe in him because I have nobody to believe in 2025. You know, I can't believe in anyone else, so I have nothing but just to believe. America is the greatest country in history. I don't want to judge, Barry. I don't want one is the greatest, another is not. Nobody. No, I tell you that, of course, we have evidences that America is like the most powerful. But I don't want to judge. I don't want this comparison. I'm tired of this comparison. Why, for example, me as a person, I don't want to be more beautiful, attractive, or clever, intelligent, or rich than my neighbor. I don't care. I built my own life. Why do you have such a desire to measure your capacities and to measure your abilities? What is this? But it's you know that if you are mentally healthy, you are not going to go. You will be focused on inside, on yourself, and not on outside. To find um, to self-value in comparison with other people or countries, or with others people ways is not good idea, just not a good idea. But I think that we should all have a choice. For example, I was born in Russia, but I never felt myself good there inside. Although that country gave me a lot, I want to thank this country, of course, but I did a lot also for that country. That was quite a normal energy circulation between us. But since my childhood, I didn't want to live there. So I went to another country. I have here documents. For me, it means like it was just my choice. Not because someone is bad, something is good. For me, it's better to be here. And I see it from here that here, on social level, it's better. People live here better. I see that, but I'm not going to say that Spain is number one country in the world. No, I'm not going, because why number one? Why? Maybe some people, they need to have this life, this poor life. Maybe because their souls want to get developed in such circumstances. Maybe because those people, they need some circumstances for their own self-growth, for example. And it's normal that there are different kind of people. Even You know, as a Russian, I can say that we had a chance to escape from the country, to leave the country, and not to take part in this war. We had this chance. Yes, we were supposed to lose everything. Maybe I didn't have a lot to lose. And I was young enough. That's why I just left the country for good. I hope that not, but maybe for good. And it's heartbreaking for me to pronounce what I say now. But I know that those people, they need what they have probably because they had a chance to leave, but they didn't. They stay where they are and they do what they did and they support somehow this this economic system, this state, this government, and they support even with their silence. Some of them, for example, they don't take part in war like with weapons, but they work on factories, and they also take part in this war economics. So it's also not good to be a part of it in such a way, because altogether they build war and they do what they do. But war machine, it's okay if they are on that territory. It's okay for them, okay? You understand me? So that's why I don't want this comparison normally, generally. I don't want like to say that Russia is bad. You're welcome to do what you want to do in your territory where people are your citizens, when they have right to leave the country when they want to. And it's okay if they want to be arrested for bad speech about a Russian president. If it's okay for them to have bad infrastructure, to have bad medical care, to have high prices, if it's okay for you to have not to have to have a lot of animals in the streets, domestic, I mean, cats and dogs living on streets. If you don't suffer when you see them, it's okay. If it's okay for you not to have amenities for people with reduced capabilities, if it's okay for you, stay here, live there, do what you do, but don't cross the border. Don't cross the border. That's the difference. That's what I wanted to say. So, John Wick and Natasha Romanov, Black Widow, perfectly good match. John Wick, it should be my husband, yes? Hello, I'm from Amman. Oh, hello, Amman, Nasser. Absolutely different. Today you came from an absolutely different world, because I started with this speech with a very difficult conversation. Guys, actually, if you have something else to ask, or if you want to discuss something else, you're welcome, please. Hi, how are you? I'm from Amman. I'm good. I'm good. Scott Albao, that's when Russia was called USSR. Yeah, but now it's the same. All the same now. I don't feel any difference because I was born during USSR, and I don't feel big difference between what's going on there now and between what was that time. For me, it's just almost the same. Sounds like they need to join central banking. You mean who? Me? What do you mean? I want to tell you how pretty you, but you don't want your husband to beat me up. No, my husband is okay, Joshua. He is okay. You can tell me. I don't think he will be happy to if I am happy, he is happy. I mean, there is nothing in saying to other women that she's to your mind that she's pretty, for example. Nasser, hello, I'm from Oman. Yes, Nasser, I already. Are you from China? No, I am. I met you here yesterday. So you are trolling. But it's okay, don't delete him. I'm not from China. Do I look alike? But I've been to China, by the way. I went there, I was in China. I went there, yeah, around 7 or 8 years ago, even maybe 9 years ago. I went there in 2016. And I saw it. By the way, China looked 10 years ago, it looked great. I loved what I see. It's absolutely different. It has absolutely different culture. I can't say that one day I want to live there, for example, But for me, if to compare how people live in China and in Russia, for me, normal people, again, I was not in their homes, I was not in their families, I was not integrated into their society, but infrastructure looked a lot better than what we have now in Russia. So, so many deleted people here. Joe, what lol they does here? I don't understand. Twisted Tail, and she supports me. Guys, if you can, I will be happy if you can support my channel financially. And if you can buy me a coffee via the link in the pinned message to this chat, or via just YouTube. So I continue. Yeah, can we become friends? Joe Watt, husband looks similar to Kennedy. Tim Kennedy, who is this? It's like relative of John Kennedy. Is it that clan of Kennedys, or is it somebody else? Oh, so many deleted messages. So I have so many trolls here.
Yeah, today was some magic days.
No, it's not magic day, it's a magic topic because I started it. Maybe I have to do this chat only for followers. Again? Tell me.
I'm here, I can help you to delete those.
Okay. Why are you always attacking other countries? Me? No, I do not attack. On the
Send
opposite.
this message to Putin.
I sure I don't attack other countries. On the opposite, I like every country. I don't like when somebody attacks somebody. That's the only thing I criticize. In all other, what I can do here is to say my personal opinion and to compare. For example, if you ask me, Ksenia, where you buy better products, in St. Petersburg or in Malaga? I have an answer for this because I lived in both cities. Or you can ask me, Ksenia, where the medical care, medical health care is better, in Montenegro or in Malaga? I can also compare because I lived in both systems. So what I do here is I compare, I tell you my opinion, my personal truth, and I say that I generally think that in every country people are welcome to do what they do. And in modern society, you should have right, you should have right to choose which contract to sign with which country, where you want to live, but not as one who takes taxpayers' money, but where you want to live and produce and to be officially registered, and where you want to pay taxes. So it's like a contract between you and government. And for example, I want people to be free to choose any country they want if they can match. Oh my God, no, it's okay. If they can match uh, not it shouldn't be like no, to match what, some rules, just some rules, if they can accept those rules, not even match, because match for me it sounds a bit like again racistic. But if they can accept rules of this and that country, I think that they can move everywhere. And if they sign a contract with government, and there shouldn't be a situation when one government doesn't allow to people to live, to cross the borders because of what? Because you are not allowed, because you live in better circumstances, because our country is the best country in the world, so you are not allowed to cross the border. Yes, but if it's the best, can I compare? Comparison is like answer to all people who live now in bad conditions, or if they think that they live in good conditions. I always tell it to Russian people. If because, for example, they all, even here, they always try to convince me that I don't know the situation, that they live in perfect conditions, and I just don't realize, I don't realize, but I tell them, how can you tell me, if you have never left Russia out, if you have never been outside of Russia, you don't know what's going outside. How can you compare? How can you teach me that your country is the best country in the world, and that you had no choice that other than to go to cross the border and to go to Ukraine. How you don't know the situation because you don't know the world. And so for me that I traveled a lot and I lived in many circumstances in many different countries. So in some ways I can judge, but only in some ways. And when I can't, I tell you sincerely, when you ask me, what do you think about America? I say, I like it as a picture. I think that it's very powerful, that it's a very powerful country, but I don't know because I was never integrated into its society. I never had my salary in America, I never paid my taxes in America, I never lived. Security gay, what is this? He's John Wick, he only need to his pencil to offer you. I don't understand. When you're when you are done, go chop wood. Why do I need to do this? Ah, you mean my husband? You mean my husband? So hello from England. Rayman 100, hello, how are you doing? Where in England you live? Solid 10, hello from Florida, USA. Florida, hello. Solid 10, how do you like? Do you like living in Florida? What do you think about Florida? Write me, please. I'm very interested. I'm so, I'm sorry, security guy. I am sorry, security guy. You mean what? Hussein is my friend. I'm lesbian, I want money. What? It's different. It's not my Hussein. Hussein, because I had my friend Hussein. He's from UAE, and this is the different Hussein. He writes something strange. Because my Hussein, he's a very good guy. I don't know this Hussein. Maybe you're also a good guy, but you wrote something strange. So so you're welcome. But maybe it was a joke, you know. Wow, Joe, what? Good husband. Yeah, my husband is very good. He brought me coffee. Mario Pena says hi. Hussein, hi. Solid tank. If you don't count all the countries that are better, Jordan, sure. If you do, yes, all countries that are better, Jordan, sure. You mean what? You mean if you don't compare, for you, Jordan would be the best country? Jordan, by the way, is a very beautiful country. I heard. I even wanted to go there long ago for cross-country rally. But now it's not, of course, I don't do motorsport anymore. I don't work there. But I heard that it's very, very beautiful country. Is man behind you? The man behind me is my husband. Planetary view, not national view. Yes, I have a planetary view, and my view is not national. It's a very multinational, because nowadays we have a very multinational society. We have still globalization. Although now many countries and many big politics tries to change the situation. I think it's also it's like an international order, you know. But I think that they can do nothing with globalization. And I think that maybe we need to have new laws to control these, not to control in like a police, but to organize better this globalization, you know, to organize it better. I agree with your beliefs, Scott. Thank you very much to support. Wow, Scarlett Johansson, be on Tube Live. Yes, hello guys, you're welcome. I'm here for you. I love you, thank you. Yes, we have a lot of homeless people, Scott Albao. But why is that, Scott? Why is that? Because they are migrants? Or can it ever happen with the local people? Or can it ever happen with people, for example, from, I don't know, why, if they are not drug takers? Or usually they are homeless because they take drugs? Or no? Can you explain me? I just want to understand the reason. Or it's just a bad luck, so something happens in their life and they become homeless. That's not good in that case. Is man behind you? Yeah, my man was staying behind me because he wanted to talk with you. Ignore the haters. Thank you so much, G. Rods. But today we had a difficult topic. That's why a lot of trolls and haters came here. But I'm okay. I understand. I understand the situations. Tensions rise when economies start to crumble. Yes, true. Scarlett Johansson get back to making movies. America has tons of drugs and everything is expensive. Yeah, I know about this drug crisis. How do you think? Was it actually provoked? Provoked? Is it a good idea? Is it a good word for this? By Chinese? By China? Is that true? Or these are rumors? I heard about this, that crisis was organized by China to make America weaker. But if you know more about it, please tell me. I will be happy to read about it. Scarlett Johansson, please say hi to me. The big meow, the big meow. Hello from Scarlett Johansson. If I have this right, then Scarlett Johansson is going to sue me because I used her name. No, Scarlett, I'm sorry, just a joke. Don't sue me, please. Saludos a todos los amigos de Rusia. Saludos, soy vivo, sí. Soy de España, no soy de Rusia. Soy rusa, pero no soy de Rusia. Every morning I wake up, then I go and I brush my teeth. Wow, that's a very interesting story. It's all you can say to us, or maybe something else.
Well, that's good news. It's conscious person watching his teeth.
Yes, you're conscious, you take care about your mouth. That's very good. So probably, I don't know how old are you, but if you behave that way, probably in your 40s, you're going to, I'm already in my 50s. I'm 40 years old, so I'm already in my 50s. You can have teeth like me. I have a pretty good teeth, and look, I think that they are rather good because they are all like, I don't have veneers? No, not veneers. Yeah, I don't have veneers and I have only one implant here, but all the rest is just mine. Let's talk politics. It's rare we hear a Russian perspective on things. Yeah, that's why today I decided to do it. I wanted to show myself in it, even if I'm not, I'm not I don't have super knowledge in it. But I wanted to talk because I have it inside. I have it inside of me, and I wanted to express myself even on that level, on that maybe small usual level. I wanted to talk about international politics. Now I'm interested even to read more. But from one point of view, I can't say that I have big knowledge in it. But from another point of view, I listen to very clever people almost daily. I can't say that I read about such kind of news that talks about disasters, about wars, about deaths, and so on. But I like to listen about politics. Yeah, I like. Why not? Not a lot because again, no, why not a lot? It's quite a lot because it's almost daily. I'm a little bit. It triggers me a lot that I can't influence it somehow. I just feel myself as a very small person who can't influence it somehow, but I can talk at least. Maybe not every day. I don't know what will be after. Maybe tomorrow I will talk again about something very easy, but today I decided to change my topic. Guys, don't forget to put thumbs up and to like this live stream because it will help to attract more people and more intelligent people with their perfect point of views. And also don't forget to subscribe to my channel because it helps me to start earning money on it, because now I don't have like a big income, but I work daily, so it will be a good support for me if you at least follow my channel and like my live stream. Scarlett Johansson, yes, it's me. I wish that were so. I don't remember what we were discussing. So that's a dream that would be awesome, but it won't happen. Young Sun, yeah, probably we had a kind of discussion. Marvel movie money be low. What do you mean? Marvel movie money. Is this Scarlett? Is this greetings from Germany? Hello, Germany. Robin Schulz from Germany. Where in Germany do you live? Tell me. Probably I have never seen you here before, so you're a newcomer. You're welcome to my channel. If you like it, please subscribe and like this live stream. You know gluten-free, what do you mean? If you mean just gluten-free as gluten-free, yes, I know. If you mean something else hidden behind this expression, no, I don't know. I wish both of you the best. Thank you, young son. Where are you from? I agree, sir, Scott Albo, probably with my husband. Stop eating. It was when I ate this tasty thing. Yeah, sorry, I didn't have my breakfast because tonight my two kids came into my bed and I switched off the ventilation system somehow because I have a console in my bed and the control console, how to call it, and it was so stuffy here, and they wanted to sleep both with me, and it was very hot in my room, and actually I woke up very sleepy, but I knew that I wanted to go live, and I knew that I have such a serious topic to discuss that I decided just to go live. So I continue. Was it's his husband's name? My husband's name is Artyom. What made you move? What made us move? Generally, I wanted to live abroad since my childhood because I wanted to live in different society because I was disagree with people. I didn't feel like I started to travel abroad since I was a teenager, since I was 12 years old. It was in 90s after Soviet Union borders were opened, and that time I realized that Europe and European society is closer to my was closer to my mentality, although I was very young and very stupid. So when I grew up, I just realized that dream. First I moved to Montenegro because I had some opportunities there, job offer, and then I met my husband, and then we moved to Spain. Because Montenegro also not it's a great country, but I wanted to live in a country with good laws, with like in European Union, and we had this possibility to move to Spain, and we decided to do it. Maybe you can say that no law system doesn't work here in Spain or in European Union very, very well. But again, guys, I can say that I have this comparison inside of me. For example, here, after the first year of living in Europe, my husband was fired. And he was illegally fired, and we sued a very big construction company, and we like won the process. So for me, it was like an evidence of that here I can find justice somehow, and I felt myself so protected. In Russia, it's impossible. In Russia, you don't have such courts. Twist Italian. I agree. The people in power start the wars, and it's a devastation for the ones who must fight. I wish war was never a want because it only leads to destruction and sadness on both sides, of course. Of course, I think that big people who are in governments, of course, I understand that they do it not only because they want to protect their people. Of course, no. They have their own profits from from wars, and it's obvious. It's obvious that many countries have their profits from that very ugly process and from that very ugly thing. But I think that in nowadays money shouldn't be so important. Of course, okay, you have 1 million, 50 million, 100 million. Why more? No, I know that maybe you don't understand me quite, maybe, but believe me that in Russian, in politics, there are a lot of people who take care about their own pockets and wallets. So it's not about like well-being of our Russian people. No, it's not about this. It's about their big wallets. And what they want, the more they consume, the more they want. It's like a non-stop game. It's not. It's a non-stop challenge. Do you know why? Because they have big holes in their hearts, and they can't be satisfied with who they are. So they afraid to lose. For them, to lose equals to be dead, to disappear, yeah, from that planet. Because if you are full in your heart, and if you're sure in your capacities, in your life experience, if you're sure in what you can give to this world, to people, if you're kind and mature enough, even if you lose everything, you can have this possibility to start from the beginning. Yes, because you never lose yourself. You can lose your money, but you never lose yourself. And imagine when the situation is different. When you came illegally to a power, when you felt this power, then when you didn't develop your skills all of your life, all you used was your authority and money, endless amount of money. And you don't know how to live this life differently. You don't understand that 1 million euro can be enough, and you can start with this sum of money, for example, from the beginning. And when you don't understand this, you have a huge hole in your heart. So you start to fight for your authority, because otherwise you will lose everything. And not only your power, but also power of people who surround you, and they press on their leaders not to leave these like prior position in government, because they are afraid there is a big army around one person, and they are afraid to lose everything, because they are now, for example, 70 years old, 80 years old, but they have nothing. Not good relations with their relatives, no love in their life, no capacities, skills, talents, gifts, because everything was buried. Because one day they didn't believe in themselves, and they decided to choose the wrong way, the wrong path. They decided that money and authority is everything. But in nowadays, no, it's not true for sure. I'm sure in it. You can, they think that like money and authority is the only, these are two sources that can make them happy, but they are not happy. They are unhappy, because happy people never go with weapons to cross the border to go to another country. So I read your messages. Homeless in St. Paul, Minnesota, moved from Boston 4 years. Sober hurts and embarrassing to hold the sign outside of Starbucks begging for $1 a day, free, no food. Someone please bless me. So you are in that situation, yes? And you are in that situation, Mr. T. Am I right? You are in that situation right now? How are you doing? I'm good. You don't want wonkers. What do you mean? I don't care about wonkers, if you mean just what you mean. Pervs. Why, Peter? You talk about whom? Do you see me? How? Mateo. Mateo, you call me baby. Okay. But he's on the list. Who is on the list? Epstein's list. Mr. Trump is on the Epstein's list. Mateo, God bless you. Thank you. America is definitely not the best country. Justin, have you been everywhere to compare, or why you say it? Have you been everywhere? Have you lived in Russia? For how long? Have you lived in Montenegro? Have you lived in European Union or somewhere else? In India, China, Bangladesh? Where have you been living to have such conclusions? Or you say it just because you want to stress air here? Justin, tell me, please. Mateo, how much is for the coffee? You're welcome to spend how much you can. I mean, if you want to buy me a coffee, it's just like a donation system. You can spend, I think, $1, $2, $3, and so on. It depends on how much is okay for you, how much you feel you want to spend on my coffee. Coffee can be different, in different places. That's why. But I will be happy if you support me, guys. America is nothing. What if once was? What if once was? America is nothing what it once was. Is nothing. Now it's different. Brian, you want to say that now it's absolutely different, yeah? To compare with what what I saw it before. I absolutely love Russian women. Russian women are great people because they are very strong and beautiful in the same time, but this is not because they live their life happily. It's because they have a lot of problems and they have to survive in this society. It's because in Russia they have a big gap between male and females. So, in Russia, it's very difficult to exist on your own. It's very difficult not to share your everyday expenses with somebody. And that's why in Russian people have to find a couple. They can't live on their own. And that's why in Russia, women have to take care a lot about themselves, to be beautiful and so on. But in the same time, they also have to fight for their children and for their well-being daily. So yes, they are good, but believe me, they are not relaxed. And it's not just from a very good life that they are beautiful, clever, kind, and so on. No, it's because they are in difficult situation, and the rivalry. But it is like a rivalry to get a good man to get married. Yeah, and that's why usually foreigners, when they come to Russia, of course they feel that attitude, because every Russian woman, when she see like a rich, good, intelligent man, when he's not just a drunkard or an alcoholic, and with his education and capacity, so to be like even on the same level with her. Of course, they admire those people. And for example, in European countries or outside of Russia, females they just don't prey on men. For them it's normal, because it's normal, and for Russia, no. That's why Russian woman, she will look at you, wow, you are to be in love with a masterpiece, like that's why. But it's not from a good life, it's not from a good situation. What's the topic for today? Today I discussed Trump's and Putin's meeting in Alaska that will take place in 3 days. And I was very, but I'm waiting for it, and I want to know the results, and yeah, I carry, and I'm aware of it, and I see there some injustice in it. I see it that Zelensky won't be there, for example, and also I see, and for example, that Trump is going to meet on his territory the person who was named as an international criminal by international court. But I also understand that that America is not in that agreement. But I also understand that the choice of territory was quite unusual. So I'm waiting for it, and that was my topic from the beginning. Hi there, from Sydney, Australia. Hello, Miss. Do you do aerobics instructor? No, I'm not an aerobic instructor. I don't understand the connection between Russia and Iran. Can someone explain? Connection between Russia and Iran? I know something, but I'm not going to tell. Or no, let me think 1 second. I know that Russia took part in. I don't know what level was it, so I'm not going to spread rumors like this, because I witnessed some situations, witnessed myself when I used to live in Russia, but I don't have official information, so I can't judge like this. I can't reveal this information. Um, um, but I think no, the situation actually is the same. In Iran and in the Russia, in Iran, Iran, how you pronounce it correctly, the power was conquered by a group of people. In Russia, it's the same, and they now there is a lot of propaganda. People are not free. In Iran, they have like moral rules that can be persecuted. Like they have morality in their laws. The same now in Russia. In Russia, for example, you are not allowed to be gay. It's forbidden. You can go to jail. Yeah, is it? Can you go to jail? Can you check it? You can go to jail because you love a man. Imagine, it means that government goes to somebody's underwear and to somebody's bed. It's their method of influence. So in Iran, they have something similar. When somebody can't, and by the way, Iran also have natural sources, the same as in Russia. So all countries that have natural sources, then that normally has to has they have it has to be a property of all people. Normally those natural sources are ruled by several people, by a group of people who are at the head of the state, of the country. And that's common. What else? Your English is good. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. America has the worst healthcare. I heard a lot about American healthcare. Yeah. No, I heard that statistically, for example, in America, I know that. No, statistics shows that somewhere you have a good healthcare, or for example, you have good healthcare if to talk about difficult, serious diseases like genetic diseases or oncological diseases. But so you have a very strong medicine there, but not like in normal life with the usual health problems. But I know, yeah, still I know about your healthcare system problems. I heard a lot about it. In Spain, we don't have such situation. I'm pretty satisfied of what we have here in Spain with medical care. I'm Indian and I want to work in USA and make lots of money so I can donate money in poor countries. So that's a good plan. It's a good plan. What did you do for this already? How did you start it? Where are you now? Have you already started, or it's just your dream? Oh, Israel, yeah, another conflict, another very difficult conflict. Shyam B, people need access to better healthcare. This is basic rights. You're right, yeah. The world is moving to a better place. Problems are temporary. Yeah, I want to believe in it. I feel it that the world is moving to a better place, with better, not better people. I would say people who have to be in government structures, who need to work in government structures. Finally, they will go there, and the people who live only by consuming sources, financial or authority, they need to go and to heal their minds. They need to heal their heads. They shouldn't be in power. I like in bad conditions in India. I want to buy everything and help poor people. I live in bad conditions in India. I want to buy everything and help poor people. Harsh Slavic accent. Darius, bye bye, my dear. If you don't like my accent, the first, yeah, I have only one rule in this channel. You should love my accent. No, not love, okay? You should at least not to suffer from it. If you suffer from my accent, I think that you should go from this channel. There is no need to stay here because I consist of my accent. My accent is a part of my personality, so I can't just, to I can't refuse from it. No, I'm with it, and I even don't want to change it. And I hope if one day I'm going to live in an English-speaking society, I will continue to have this accent because it's the unusual thing that I have in me. So I would love to have it. He can travel, but oh, you are looking okay. Where do you live, lady? I'm in Spain. Hi from Wyoming. Hello, Wyoming. It's United States. Yes, it's the United States. It should be rather. Is it night there? Why don't you sleep? Tell me, Jesse. Jesse. Vancouver, Canada, here it's a great place to live. Yeah, wow. Thank you for your information. And what about migrants? Do you feel also this crisis or something? Was it better before, or you just think that it's just good place and it was all the time very good for you? And were you born in Vancouver, or you came from? Did you come from somewhere? I live in Toronto, Canada. What do you mean? It's a great place to live. Okay, it's a great place to live. I don't mind. I think that Toronto should be a great place to live. What do you define as great? I'm just curious. You mean great? Great place to live. What do I define as great? Yes, for me, it's a good medical healthcare system. I have it in Spain. For me, it's nature, beautiful nature, and beautiful nature plus infrastructure. So it's like combination of nature and human and what people build, construct. It's a culture also. I love, for me, it's personal. Now, guys, it's personal. I love places with good cultural like monuments, theaters, how to say it, cultural environment. Okay, I'm going to call it like this. I love places where we have middle class, where middle class is quite like it's quite a big layer of people who live in this middle class, when there is not a huge gap between poor and rich people. Then good quality food, good quality product, where I can express myself in free way, where constitution is not changed according to wishes of governors, and when constitution can be changed just every year, when there is a good legislation system, yeah, law system, when the law system is good, and where I know my rights and where I can use them properly and where I can feel myself protected. The good place, it's also a place where I see where my taxes go, where all people live in equal rights, where what else? But I think even that is enough. Where I understand why and where also for me one more thing, and where I can move and go out if I want to, and nobody keeps me inside as a prisoner, for example. I have my friend Dinovich because I see somebody addressed you. Dinovich, your daughter is not allowed to play with your girlfriend dog. Kosmin, where is Dinovich? I don't see him. Hi, scusi, okay, I don't understand. Tutti, I can read in Spanish, not in Italian. I'm sorry. Can you sing? You better not to. No, okay, I will maybe one day follow my channel. Sometimes I do those crazy things. I sing different songs. Boyachi, I don't understand. Do you know Messi the Puma? Who is this? No, I don't know. I would know a football player whose name is Messi, but I don't know him personally. This is forbidden. What is forbidden? Oh, Dinovich, hello. Osmina, I decide to ignore that. Okay, Dinovich, I haven't seen you. Probably I have too many messages today. All of the above, a lot get hooked on drugs, a lot are also veterans. Oh, really? America treat their veterans like this? They don't help them to go out from stress disorder, from PTSD. Some don't want to work and end up homeless. It's getting bad where I am. Most of because of drugs, making it worse. Yeah, drug crisis. I haven't. Yeah, I found out about it not so long ago because I was like, in a little bit of mommy mood. I'm a mommy, and. I didn't know about those modern drugs that exist now in Russia as well. I was told about it by one guy who has his own rehabilitation clinic. I thought that people are still using old things, but as I understood now, they have something new. And those drugs are even more harmful than the old style of drugs. I don't think that we can have discuss it here, by the way. YouTube, I know that you're a sensitive platform. Tell me, why am I happy all of a sudden? Why am I happy all of a sudden? Because you saw me, G-Rock. 585. No, because you saw me and my live stream, and it's good to meet. Or I see many messages about Toronto. I want to read it. So are you close to Ukraine? My husband is Ukrainian. My kids are Ukrainians. We gave them Ukrainian nationality because we thought that it was our personal decision. So in Toronto, you can become homeless because you miss one pay. What do you mean? It's ridiculous that my grandparents immigrated to Canada from Italy and now their grandchildren can never own property. Where? I want to read it. Yeah, can you stop for a while? Okay. Deleting messages because I lost one interesting conversation. I lost about Toronto. Just everything is lost.
The messages, the old messages sometimes disappear, so it's like.
They disappear.
Yeah, I'm deleting only the trolls. I'm not deleting just conversation.
I was interested who wrote me about Toronto. It was so interesting. I agree, Italo, the price of housing is insane here. Even with the spoons, it's nearly impossible. Twisted Alien, you mean in the United States? Where exactly? Do you remember crocodile? What is crocodile? Italo Canadese. Dinovich, Osmin, please don't talk about my daughter. Let's stop it here. Cosmin, okay, I'm not a crocodile. What do you mean? What is crocodile? Is it something from Soviet Union? Love not exist in Polska. Love not exist in Polska. Why? What's wrong with love in Polska? I mean no disrespect, but you are genuinely gorgeous. Thank you. Beef and eggs bish, what is this? Victor, many people. Discussions between you. Okay, no, I'm not reading this. Hi, miss. Nice to meet you. Arada Milkia, hello. It's nice to meet you too. Good morning, gorgeous. Bal City J, hello. Where are you from? Montenegro is very outdated. Yes, it is, but Montenegro, Monte, it's Monte, not Monte. Scarlett, yeah. British musician, favorite British musician, any American musicals. With me, I'm not into music. I I can't say of somebody like, oh, I have this and that one. Probably this talk is not with me. My husband, can you come here? I have a question to you. Your favorite British musician, any American musicals?
British musician. It's
Can you hold for a while the microphone? I'm going to
this
take a
band
photo.
called Carcass. It's a death metal, death metal band. So yeah, and American I have a lot. I don't know even if I start to count, I'm gonna make you tired in a few minutes. So it's like around 100 metal bands. So yeah, many of them.
Okay, so we work in couple. Show your why. In Montenegro, you have to sell melons to survive. Fact, yes, of course, it's not developed country. It's just very beautiful. It's very, 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 very beautiful, and it gave me a lot. I met there my husband. My both children was born there. That's why I'm very grateful to this country. But of course, there is no infrastructure. There is no infrastructure, medical care, no good products, good food, good people. Yes, good people, but all the rest suffers a lot. Good morning, beautiful woman. Hello, Bull City J. Where are you from? A nice, I don't understand. They have e-wallets filled with Bitcoin. Who? Yeah, you mean, yeah, you mean people from Montenegro. They, how to say, create Ethereum, no?
Mine.
Mine. Yeah, they mine cryptocurrency. You mean that? Cute nose. Oh, thank you. Slava Ukraine. Okay. Free Palestine. Oh, okay. Hello. They own petrol, corn, wheat, coal, metal, whatever they need. They have tons. You mean Montenegro? Do they have?
Montenegro produce only some vegetables, and they have the rest of the products. They're supposed to bring from the other countries, so they have nothing. So the most productions are coming from Bosnia, from Serbia, from Italy, from Croatia. So yeah, this is it. So I mean, from Germany, of course, but generally, this Montenegro, this is small country, like 600,000 people. They don't have manufacturers even there. I mean, it's just the
Only
nature.
aluminium manufacturer of Deripaska. I don't know if it exists now or not, but
Well,
they
I don't
used to
think they
have this.
produce aluminium. I think they
Okay.
are like they do something with it, just like I don't know.
Itala Canadesa says it was your messages because you started to talk about, oh, somebody donate me $5. I'm so happy.
Who was that?
I'm going to show my boobs.
Give me special, give me special sign. Okay.
No, I'm joking,
Thank
guys.
you.
I can't do it, but you make me happy. Look, Italo Canadese 81, you wrote something interesting, but unfortunately, messages disappeared. You wrote something about. That your grandparents came from Italy and you can't have property in Canada. That was surprising. I just don't understand this. I'm very interested in what you are saying. Guess we are not talking about China today, but we discussed China because I went there. I spent there several weeks. But in Gobi, I have to read when they ask. God bless Spooks. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. How to like? I'm going to like his message. He wrote me God bless and he sent me
Yeah, I see it.
fun $5. I'm going to cry right now. That's so cute, guys. Thank you so much. So I went to China, and for me, it was an absolutely different country with absolutely different culture and people. But by the way, my nephew lives in China right now, but he lives in Shanghai. But Shanghai is very international, and I was like not in Shanghai. I was you cross Kazakhstan, and then you go from Kazakhstan to Beijing, and I visited all small cities, and we visited Gobi Desert, and I saw how normal, usual local people live there. And I liked it in many ways, although it was very difficult for me because in some places it was like pure Soviet Union. For example, they don't speak English at all, they understand nothing. And once I appeared in a big, very expensive and good hotel, and like at 7 everything is closed, you can't buy anything there, and you can't drink their water running from, how to say, running normal water, I mean, like this kind of water you take from how to call this, you should know, handyman, how to call this water, running water, how you call it,
Running from where?
from your shower.
From the sink tub.
Sink, yes, but how you call it?
Running water. How
Yeah.
you call running water? Running water.
Running water is a running water?
Yes.
Okay, you can't drink a normal running water there because
Tap water.
how?
Tap water.
Tap water,
Yes.
yeah. You can't drink there tap water, so you have to drink only bottled water because the tap water can be very dangerous for your health. And I couldn't buy it anywhere. And for example, if you are hungry, all restaurants close very early and they have their own rules, you know. And those rules were, during Soviet Union, they didn't have any vending machine, for example, in big hotels, no vending machine. And I went to reception. I remember this. I asked, please, I want some water, please. And they don't understand you. Just they're staying, looking at you, staring in you, and they don't understand you at all. Just zero, completely. And I was like, please, I want some water. Water, aqua. I show them, but they don't understand me. Probably, I don't know, they have different even method to explain with your health of gesticulation. And then I asked somebody else donated me. Thank you so much. I have to go to bed. Was awesome seeing you again. See ya tomorrow. Hope you have a good day. Twisted Talent, thank you so much for your support. You make like my life now better because you give me this chance to feel that somebody supports me and to feel this circulation of energy. And it was you who started this on this channel, so I will be very thankful to you. I don't know all of my life. Okay, I'm not going to say such big words, but still I'm very thankful because you made me like to feel myself professional. So thank you so much. Have a good night and see you tomorrow. And I continue about China. China is it was absolutely different, but still I loved the infrastructure. It was like old made for people, you know, and it was interesting. I didn't live there. I didn't pay taxes there. I know that they have their own problems, but I heard that they had very severe rules, even for people involved into politics. So there is no place for corruption. Yes?
Yes, there is.
Come here to microphone.
Do you remember we were watched some people who discovered the topic about the corruption in China? So there is corruption in China, but there is corruption coming from the top.
Yes.
And there is corruption coming from father to son, like in kingdoms, you know. There is not corruption on the lower and the medium level, you know. That's the thing. So it means like the rules for the most of the people actually. So that's why I believe China is the second, the greatest country, and the country you're not gonna mess up with. So in general.
They are very strong. Yeah, and you feel it when you are inside. Again, they are very difficult, but they are very strong. And plus to it, all factories, plants, technologies that they have inside. But obvious, they managed to achieve a lot of things. They managed to go. I know that they also have this crisis. They are very dependent from the United States. You know that, but they are also powerful.
And by the way, the Chinese is I don't know, is the first country who discovered how to fix the deserts. They find out how to fix the deserts. Now in China, they start to plant the trees in deserts, and they become in a garden in the future. So that's the China. It's not America, it's not a Europe, it's not a super developed country, it's China.
But they are now super developed because I
Well,
told
but
you
anyway,
my nephew lives in Shanghai and he says that it's like you like go to a different planet You should visit it. And I also want to go to Shanghai, of course, one day, because I told you I was not in Shanghai. I was in small cities. And Beijing, the weather was awful there because the air was too humid. I couldn't breathe there normally, and nobody spoke English. And for me, it was very difficult. But still, it was like a different world, like different planet. And Shanghai is something like even more developed than like it's to compare, I think, Moscow and the other regions of Russia. So I continue. What a response. Hey Google, automatic engine oil. What do you mean, automatic engine oil? What does it mean? Vano, where are you from? Callum Skinner, beautifully put. What do you mean? So have a nice day. Thank you so much, Maxim. Where are you from? Send me many kisses. So I have a lot of messages. Dinovich, you know what some of the best boat builders I worked with was woman? Wow. Wow. No, I have never heard about it. I'm so surprised. But it's nice to hear. It's very unusual. Yeah, that's great. But wow, that's amazing. And where was it? Was it in Denmark or somewhere else? You mean, is it common only for your country or it's like all over the world? That's great. I'm happy. So there should be like you mean that they are good engineers in engineering? Is English language legal in Russia? It should be legal because you can't make a language illegal. But I think that if Russian government sees me like this discussing their problems in English, I think that they will try to do something with me. At least they can like they can create, yeah, they call it create a lawsuit and to accuse me in collaboration with international, for example, with international organizations. But now it's not good. Like it's called international agent. So I can have this name, so I can be called international agent, and in that case I will have many rules and I will be controlled if I want to do something in Russia and for Russians. But as I don't do anything in Russia and in Russians, and I'm not registered in Russia, and I don't want to be registered in Russia right now, so that's why I hope that it won't influence me somehow. But if, for example, my blog is growing and I understand this, and I have more and more people coming here, and plus to it, now I started my partnership with YouTube, so my channel is monetized. So it means that I have finance from, and YouTube is an international company, and like all people who collaborate with YouTube and who is against of Russian politics, they have this name in international agent, and you will have problems. So it's like in between. It's not directly, but it's hidden, but it exists, yes. That's why normally I would love to change my Russian passport, because now I still have Russian passport. I know that I would love, I have to change it because I have no choice with me. And I don't know how it will go. And for example, now I don't feel like like it's okay for me to leave European Union and, for example, to go to Moldova, okay, not Moldova, to Belarus. I won't go to Russia, no, to Turkey, even to Turkey. I won't go even to Turkey. If I want to travel, I will go only to United States, or I will travel in European Union. Otherwise, I don't feel myself protected. Somebody, I see your Wow, Christina, thank you so much. By the way, girls support me, I think, better than guys. Girls, thank you so much. Guys, you're so girls, you are so generous. Thank you so much. No, I don't. It's just statistics. It's just statistics. I don't want to accuse you guys, but it's statistically. Thank you so much. It means that you want to support me. Maybe you see what that I'm doing something very important, and I'm so thankful. What effects have you seen in your country due to the war? What about the men not coming back from the front? Love and peace to you. Thank you so much. Look, um, actually, the war affected me personally very, very much because unfortunately propaganda of war in Russia is very, very strong. Is so strong that it influenced a lot of my friends and relatives. And for example, now I can talk with them. Imagine I used to live my normal life, and I had it's a very sensitive topic for me, and I had my cousins, I have my aunts and uncles, and I have my neighbors, my friends, and now I'm not having them anymore because they call me and they tried me to explain that to throw bombs on my husband's parents, it's okay, house, and for example, my husband's city where he was born is ruined, absolutely ruined. It doesn't exist anymore because my husband was born in Donetsk, and they explain me that it's okay, it's normal, and I can't listen to it. I do not accept it. So this war influenced me a lot, and in the beginning it was very difficult because I had depression. My depression, I had after COVID depression, but after the war started, my depression was like became worse. I started to take more pills because I couldn't go out from it that time. But it was like in 2022. Now I managed to treat my anxiety and my depression, and I continue on working with my mental state. But I was able to refuse to communicate with those people. So imagine it was for me like you had okay, I lived in Montenegro, for example, but I had my country, I had my relatives, I had my city where I was born, and now I can't go there. I can't show it to my children. I can't. I don't have many people with who I can communicate. For example, some of them even were killed at war, and they didn't come back from. And I know those people. And I know one guy. I know him since his childhood. He is a son of friend of mine, and we spent a lot of time together during our motorsport event. Just dozens of years together, and her son was very small, and then he grew up. He grew up here. I saw him. He decided to go to take part in this war, and he was killed there. So for me, it's like a triple hook. One, first of all, I'm sorry for such a reaction because it's difficult for me. It's still difficult for me to discuss. Because from one point of view, I know he's since his childhood. I know his family, and he's killed. He's dead. He doesn't exist anymore. And then he was killed because he went to Ukraine to kill my relatives of my children. So imagine it's just like it's not normal situation. So this situation is very difficult for me. And I know, for example, some of my relatives, we have relations with them, hello, goodbye. We do not discuss anything, but I don't accept but what they are doing. But I know that they work in industry that produces weapons or some part of weapons or some small stuff for war. So they are in this how to say war when economics put on rail for war, how you call it? Yeah, they are in war machine. And what can I say if, for example, we talk with Artyom's parents and they live under bombs? We know it because we are like in contact. And according to Russian laws, for example, I even can't help them because imagine what conflict, either conflict I should have inside of me. No, but I have chosen in such situation of unfortunately I was able to make this choice, and I was chosen to go to leave everything there, to say bye bye to my roots, to my relatives, to my ex friends, to say bye bye and to start from the beginning my life. But it's very difficult to start from the beginning and not having this possibility. And you know, by the way, even I didn't have some disputes with many people in Russia. They just stopped talking with me, stopped any communication with me. And I feel it and I see it. And because I have this point of view and because I have this chance to talk about it. So your second question, what about the men not coming back from the front? There are a lot of them, a lot of them. There are a lot of victims. Artyom, uh, am I right that even your father told that there are fields full of Russian soldiers? Your father. Can you talk about it?
You know, guys, I mean, it's just like it's crazy because you know when the
Because they live. Tell me that they live there in the center.
my father still lives with my mother-in-law, or like
Yeah.
my mother-in-law. They live like 30 kilometers away from the fire line, and they know a lot of stories because I mean a lot of the people, the young guys, the mans, they are sometimes in women and girls, they are like soldiers. And then when they come back for rotation, they bring the terrible stories. You know, the thing is, the Russian army doesn't take their dead troops, but like do not collect them and do not return them to the Russia, and they leave them on the fields
Because
and the
for them it's
forests.
easier to say that they
Exactly, they
disappeared
disappear
not
and
to
not on the
pay
war,
the
yes.
compensation.
Yes, and when they send the Ukrainian killed soldiers back, and they mix it with the Russian soldiers, even with documents, they send them with the plastic bags, you know, just to not
So
have official statistic that Russian lost like 1 million people already.
we don't know about it for sure, but it's
Yeah, it's
our
4 years
assumptions.
war. I mean, it's bullshit when when the official statistics say, oh, it's 5,000 people killed in a week. It's bullshit, you know, guys. I mean, it's just don't believe
You
it.
mean that it's more than 5,000 people per
A
week?
week?
Per week, yeah.
Of course.
Even per week.
Calculate.
Because for me...
It's 20,000 a month.
Yeah,
So
you
it's
think
200.
it's more?
Yeah.
But 3 years of what? 20,000 per month if you multiple, I mean, if you calculate. I think
I think they
even
were
this is
counting like from
difficult.
both sides. And I
Okay.
think it's just the Russians' losses.
So is the English language legal in Russia? So I don't know. I don't know. I think that formally it should be legal, because how can you survive without English language? Because it's very useful, and if you want somehow to collaborate with the world outside of Russia, you need to know English, and they still collaborate in some spheres.
It may be legal in Russia to know English, but if you start to speak or make some streams in English, you're gonna be they're gonna tell you like you're American spy, and
Yeah,
you're going
American
to jail
spy.
straight away. Or even worse, or I don't know even what worse. You go into jail or you go into war. I think it's better to go in war than stay in Russian jail for 100%.
Yeah, but it's the same. And Christina, thank you again for your support. Yes, I think it is very sad and unfair, and I'm glad to hear your understanding and brainwashed by the propaganda. I cannot understand how brothers can go kill brothers. I pray for peace. Thank you so much. Thank you for sharing. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for this question. Again, it's just a very sensitive topic for me. I also don't understand this, but it happens. You know, like we are an example. What are the true relationships between Russian and Ukrainians? These are true relationships. He's my husband. I'm his wife. We met each other several years before the war started, but after 2014. I have Ukrainian kids. Are you kidding? What do you want from me? You want me just to support Russian propaganda? What do you want from me? Of course not. And in this situation, you make me to make this choice, because otherwise I don't understand how to live. I have my own inner moral inside of me, and I can't live and I can't exist against my inner moral principles. And I go with my moral principles. I'm not going to go with propaganda. I believe in what I see, and I believe in what I feel. And like a big part of me was like cut and pushed and ruined, and I was able to refuse. And you know, Christina, what's the situation? In the beginning, when it started, I was sure that, okay, 1 year, or no, several months, it will come to an end. Okay, several few more months. Okay, 1 year. Okay, 1 year and a half, and we were sitting and calculating days, when it will gonna finish, and when we will have this possibility to go, for example, back to Russia, at least to have good relationships with the Russian people, to find the truth between each other, that they will understand everything, that they will understand that it was propaganda. And then finally, when you start to learn history, you realize such crazy facts that when in the beginning of 20th century, before and during the revolution, white rich people moved from Russia because of Lenin's revolution, they thought that it would be for a couple of years, that it's just a temporary event. But finally, it appeared to be not temporary at all. Only after 80 years, they were able to come back home. And those, during Stalin's time, they tried to invite all people who immigrated that time. They invited them back to Russia, and they killed them. How to kill officially, like with a lawsuit, when you kill somebody?
Execute.
Yeah, they executed them. They killed them to death, like by execution, and it was, so it was a way not to come people back, but to punish them and to show to other Soviet Union people that the government is so strong that they can do anything. So now, in my reality, I realized and I accepted the situation that I won't be able maybe ever in my life to go back to this country and to show this country to my relative and to my children. I can't show them the place where their grandmother lived. Difficult, sorry. And so that's the situation. And again, I'm not the only one.
Time.
What?
Time is it?
Oh my God, guys, the time is coming. Sorry, we need to go to take care of our children. So today's conversation was extremely difficult, but I wanted to discuss it with you, and I wanted to be sincere because, I'm tired to hide. Although I tried to discuss such questions here, and I'm sorry for some of you it was difficult to listen, but that's the truth that was that I lived through with my own experience. I went through it. So I think that I have right to share it because it's not just some rumors or somebody said. No, it's my own experience and it's my life. And let's meet today in the evening and let's continue. Maybe I will try to make topic a little bit easier, or if I feel that I need to talk more about it, we will talk more about it. Thank you for your support. Thank you very, very much. You know that I wanted to be a professional YouTube streamer. I want to earn money. I want to register my self-employed like a company, not a company, like a self-employed status here. So thank you for your support. Thank you for being here. Thank you to subscribe to my channel. See you. See you in the evening.
Bye, guys. Thank you.